Hello everybody, this is Karen. Welcome back to Lily Lulu. Hopefully this video will be a slight improvement on the last one. So I can't really remember where I left off. I'm back with you today to do some more bits and pieces for this fairy journal. I can't remember, I was a bit distracted last time I came on here and I kept getting interrupted in the video and it ended up a bit all over the place, so can't quite remember how far we got, and a lot has happened since then, although it was only 2 days ago. There's been all sorts going on, not least of which my youngest daughter is now in bed with COVID again, so I'm back on nurse duties. So I have done a bit in this since, so I think that what I did after I stopped filming last time was just pop all the page tabs on that I wanted to add on. So that's how that's looking at the moment. And then the other thing I did, I've asked some of my cousins, family and friends to send personal messages or photos or whatever they want, so that I can pop some things like that in the journal, so there's already some personal bits in there when she gets it, and I've had a few things through the post. So what I've done this morning is I've made this envelope, and this is from my other cousin. So my cousin who this journal is for, her brother had sent me all these photos, and of course this message that only a sibling would write. If you can't read it, it says, "I risked life and limb to get these photos of you as an odious child from our loft. Hope you appreciate the effort. Have a lovely day." So what I did, the photos have got things written on the back of them, so I wanted them to be able to be taken out of the journal, so that she could sort of see both sides of them rather than just sticking them in. So this is an altered junk mail envelope. So what I did, I cut it open. I cut it down to roughly the size I wanted it to be so that a photo would show through the window. And then I just lined the back of the envelope with some, that's digital paper. And I do apologise, I have no idea which digital I've used for that. And then I've just collaged the front with a few different digitals. These are all from the Digital Collage Club, I believe. I put a little thumb notch on this side, and then I stitched around this edge, and then I stitched the thing back together again to make a little envelope. And then when these photos are popped in, this gorgeous photo of my cousin as a baby is just showing through there, and I just thought that was really cute. So that is going to be stuck on a journal page somewhere in the journal. I feel like I'm at the point now where I really need to sew these signatures in. I haven't done that so far because, as you know, I'm having a lot of trouble with my printer at the moment, and I've got all these lines, and I didn't know whether to sew something down the edges, but then the lines still go over the pages, or whether to just, go with it. It's a junk journal, and, it makes it easier to write on that if you want to. So I still haven't 100% decided, but that's why I haven't sewn the signatures in so far, in case I wanted to sew a ruffle or something down the edges. But then, I could stick something there if I want to do that later on. So I think I am going to have to sew these signatures in now, because I've got to the point where I need to sort of see the book together to be able to finish it off. But then what I also have, I have another couple of envelopes of bits here. Now I'm trying to be careful not to show anybody's sensitive information on this. But my cousin's best friend has written a little message and sent it with a photo. So I've got to do something with that. And then her sister-in-law sent 2 messages and said use whichever is most appropriate for the journal and a photograph. So initially I thought I'd use this one because the colour went quite well, but this one's got flowers on and it's card, so I thought I could make a corner tuck with that and then I could just tuck the photo in. So I think that's what I'm going to do with those. So now it's just a case of deciding where in the book I want them to be, and obviously that's why I really want to get these signatures sewn in now, because I find it easier once the book's together to decide, you know, where I want to have which thing. So that goes quite nicely on that paper. So that's an option. So let's just go with that because that goes quite nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause for a moment and sew that in. Actually, before I do that, I think I'm going to round the corners on this, and well, I'm at least round that corner because that's going to be the tucky bit. That's a technical term, by the way. And I need to ink the edges. So let's find my corner rounder. Where are you? I've got a box of bits next to me here that I have to throw everything in when I tidy up. So should we have a big corner because that's going to be the tucky in part. So yeah, I think that looks better. And then I'm using all the stamping I've done and the inking I've done since I was last on camera is now with this, it's an old Stampin' Up stamping pad in the colour is Baked Brown Sugar. I'm not sure if this is retired or still available or what have you, because it's, for those of you who don't know, I was a Stampin' Up rep many years ago now. That was actually my first foray into paper crafting. Before that I'd always done needle crafts, so if it wasn't for Stampin' Up I wouldn't have ended up finding junk journals and be doing this now. So thank you, Stampin' Up. So, and I think that needs a little bit of gold on it as well. Oh, I'm just reaching to fetch my gold, and I wonder if there's enough on there to do anything with that. I think I'll just do those tucky edges with the gold. Oh yeah, there is a little bit on there, and there's gold on that page, so that will sort of tie that in. Right, I'm just going to pop off now and sew this on. I'll be back in a quick moment. And I'm back again. Did you miss me? Right, I nearly changed my mind then when I paused the camera, and then I realised that this was a centre page, and I didn't know. Normally I leave my centre pages fairly plain because I usually use something nice like this in the middle, and I was worried that the stitching would detract from it, but as it's only 2 sides, I think that's okay. So I stuck with plan A. So that's going to go in there, and that photo is going to be tucked in there. So that's that one done. And I just remembered while I was checking that was where I wanted that to be, the other thing I did while I was away from the other day is I started popping in these quotes. Do you remember I said to you I'd printed out a sheet of quotes that I'd found online, and what I've done is just torn them out and inked them, and then I've stuck them in different places in the journal. So I think there's one in each signature. So just quickly, if I can find them, I'll show you those. So I hope everybody's well today. It's another beautiful day here today. I took the dog out this morning. We had quite a long walk, so hopefully he'll be quiet. And it was absolutely baking, walking in the sunshine, so it was beautiful. There's another one. I say they're all inked with the baked brown sugar colour, and the reason for that is my little tiny oh, here we go, this one I've decided I'm going to pop there, but I think that's still too plain, so I think that needs some collage or something behind it. Is that in frame? Let me just scoot that over a little bit. Yeah, so that quote's going to be popped on there. But as I say, I think it needs something else behind it because it still looks quite plain. So I've just popped that in there so that I don't forget what I'm doing. Yeah, my little tiny, I've got a little tiny square oh, ink. Which ink? Which ink? Tea-dyed ink. Oh, I also stuck that on as well. That's just a fussy cut from one of the digitals. I believe that's the digital collage club as well. And I'd fussy cut that, so I thought that went well there, so that got stuck in. Yes, what, I can't think of my words today again. My ink that I usually use, which is called tea dye, that's the one, is almost completely finished now. So I have got a new one, but it's sealed and down in the garage, and I didn't want to go and get it out. And I'm trying to use up all these old Stampin' Up ones so that I can get rid of them. So that's why I got that one out. Another one there on that page. So yeah, I'd done more off camera than I thought I had. New. There probably won't be another one in that signature then. I do try and dot things about throughout the book so you don't get, you know, one signature looking all samey. Try and vary what I'm doing throughout the book so that it all ties in together in the end. And there's the other one. So I think I've still got 2 more of these quotes to use, and one, I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2 actually. One of them I thought I might put on the inside cover, but I'm not sure yet. I've also got to sort out what I'm doing on the actual cover, so that will all be to come. So let's flip to the back now and have a look what I'm going to do with this. I think with this other little memory, I think I am just going to stick it down, but I will have to tear it in half because it will be too big. But as it's only on normal, you know, like normal, this one is just on copy paper. I mean, it's not the really thin copy paper, but it's also not that thick, so I don't think it will work as a tuck or anything like that. So I think we'll just stick them on a page. So I'm just looking for which page I want to stick it on. Now this refers to their school days, and their school colour was green, so it would be quite good to find another green page for this one, I think. So I'm just flicking through to see if I've got another green dotty page. That one's already got a quote on, so I don't want to put anything else on there. Where's the other half of that? So I could pop it on there. So I think I'll do that. So I need to think I will chop the photo with my big chopper, so make sure I get the straight edges, and then I will just tear that half down. So I'm just going to use my chopper, so I'll turn the camera off because otherwise it will get all shaky. And I'm back again. Right, so I've cut the photo out, and then so I'm just looking at the size. It's still quite big, and that's got to go on somewhere. So if that may have to be chopped down a little bit more, but let's have a look at this. I'm just going to tear this down a little bit. And I'm not using a tear ruler. I don't have a tear ruler. I just use my normal ruler and I rip things. And it's quite satisfying ripping things. And I do like torn edges. Yeah, I do need to ink that photo, and of course it's going to have a little bit of gold on it as well. But I need to know exactly what size I'm going to cut it down to before I can ink it. So that's why I haven't done that yet. So let's try and get this straight-ish. And now I know that when you're tearing little tiny bits, hang on, I've got to think about this. You're supposed to put your ruler on the big bit and then tear the little bit. Whenever I do that, my tearing goes all over the place. But I do want this to have a torn edge. I should have chopped it with a bit, I should have left myself a bit more room when I chopped it. But hey, hey, right, come on, can't even pick it up. Right, this is going to have to be a freehand tear, just because I want a little nibbled edge there. I don't want that one to be a cut edge when everything else is torn. So it's going to be very close though. So I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Let me know what you've been up to. Have you been crafting? Have you been out enjoying the sunshine? Let me know what you've been doing. I really miss, I used to go to I don't know if I've mentioned this before in a video, I used to go to a nice, it was really for sewing, a sewing class. And I really miss, that camaraderie of meeting up with like-minded people and working together. And I think a YouTube channel is a good place to sort of recreate that in a way, because we all chat in the comments and get to know each other, and yeah, so it's hard when you're on camera because you want to chat away, but you also need to pay attention to what you're doing. So it can be a bit tricky. But yeah, I'd love to know what you've been up to, what you're doing. This is, I don't want to separate that because it looks nice like that. In fact, I think I'll stick that in the middle there, and then maybe just stick that on the other side. That would work, wouldn't it? What's on the other side of there? Yeah, I think I'll do that. So again, I'm just going to slice a little bit more off of this photo. Bear with me a moment. Okay, that's done. That looks a bit better now. I'll just show you. I put that on there. It's got a little bit of a border around it, so that's a bit better. Apologies for having to pause every time I'm using my big choppy chopper, but it's right next to where I have my camera or my phone holder, and it knocks it every time I use it and makes the camera shake. So it's just easier if I just pause it and then pop back on, even though, you know, I'm not going anywhere. It's literally, well, you can see it here at the side, it's right next to me. But then right next to that is the holder for my phone. I keep wanting to say tripod, but it's not a tripod. It's like a clamp that's clamped to my table, and then it's got a clamp at the top for the phone. So, right, I want a little bit of gold on this because it's the birthday girl. So, I think that needs a little bit more gold on it. This is the same stuff that I showed you the other day that I'm using, the metallic gilding polish. Not sure what the make is. Oh, it's Cosmic Shimmer. And a little really does go a long way. It's very easy to make a big mess with this. So I'm just putting some more on the little spongy bits. I'm putting the lid straight back on because otherwise you just know there's going to be an accident. So, oh, and welcome to new subscribers. Thank you very much for joining me on this new channel. Well, it's not new, but it's a new effort to keeping it more active and updated. I noticed that the lovely Julie from Camellia Crafts Designs had popped my channel as one of her favourites on her channel. So Julie, if you happen to watch this video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I don't know when you did that because I watch YouTube on my iPad and I don't get to see any of the extras. Like, I don't get to see any community bits. I don't get to see, you know, the channels that you've got linked. So I'm not sure when you did that. So if it was ages ago, I do apologise that I haven't said thank you before, but I really do appreciate it. And if you are popping over here from Julie's channel, thank you so much for giving me a try, and a big welcome. So they are going to go there. I'm going to stick those down, and they are only paper, so I think we'll be all right with glue stick for now. No, I don't want that one. I want, where's my book that I've been using for messy gluey stuff? Come on, book, where are you? Show yourself. Oh, there it is. Look, it's open right next to me, wide open. So let's get some glue on those. Glue stick, there you are. Right, I'm using glue stick because it doesn't make the paper too wrinkled like wet glue does. So, and as I say, this is not card or photo paper, it is just normal paper, so I think it should be fine. So let's get that page. Try not to put it in the glue. I was going to put that on the green page, wasn't I? So I hope my head's not in the camera. Oh no, it's not. So that's that one, and then we'll pop the photo on the other page. I've got to work super hard on this journal this week and get it finished. ready for my mum to take with her to my cousin's. I can't go, unfortunately, because of my mad dog. There's no one to look after him, so I'm sending the journal in my place. And then straight after this journal is finished, I've got to make another birthday journal for somebody else, but this one's been commissioned, and it's going to be something quite different for me style-wise. So that's going to be fun, something a little bit different. And then next on my list after that is another friend has a birthday, and I really want to make her a journal. So I've got journals lined up, you know, my next, and then I really want to do one that's not for anybody specific in mind. Oh, that's how that looks now. I think that looks quite nice. I hope you agree. Yeah, I miss doing something that's just for doing it, if you know what I mean, rather than for something specific or for someone specific. I've done that one, haven't I? So, oh, I've done what I came on to do. That's good. I thought I still had one more to do, but I've done them. Brilliant. So that's the goodies I have received from other people so far in the journal. So yeah, I'm going to say I'm looking forward to working on something that is just for the fun of working on it, rather than, not that I don't enjoy doing journals, you know, for somebody specific, and I really do appreciate the people that commission me to make journals and, you know, entrust me with bringing what they want to fruition. It really is an honour every time I'm asked to make a special journal, but I miss just sitting down and doing what I feel like doing and what I'm in the mood to use today, because obviously when you're making something for somebody else, you do have to bear in mind what they would like and appreciate, and you know, all that side of things. So I am looking forward to being able to work on something just for fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little session today. It's been nice to have the challenge in this one of, you know, getting something that somebody sent to me and then finding a way to use it. So I hope you like what I came up with for the 3 different things. So we did a pocket, we did a tuck, and I've just stuck things in. So I hope you agree that that was the best use of what I was sent. If anything else arrives this week, I'll try and come back on camera and show you what I'm going to do with those. But in the meantime, I'm going to go away now, and I think I'm going to sew these signatures in. I'm not going to do that on camera because you have seen me do that before, and there's lots and lots and lots of YouTube tutorials out there showing you how to sew signatures in, so you don't need me to do that one for you today. But yeah, next time I come back, hopefully these will be sewn into the binding. Whether it will all be attached to the book or not, I don't know. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me, and I will see you all again soon. Enjoy what's left of this lovely sunny weekend, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.